Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about the 3 best and 3 worst exercises for triceps. The triceps is the horseshoe muscle on the back of the arm, and it's composed of 3 heads: the lateral, the medial, and the long head. The triceps is very important when it comes to arm size. In fact, the triceps is composed of more muscle than the biceps, so if you train your triceps and you put mass on them, it's gonna reflect on the size of your arm. So don't forget to work your triceps. Also, triceps are involved in every push exercise, like bench press, chest press. And having developed triceps will help you push more weight on the bench. So the first exercise you want to do are dips, but you have to pay a lot of attention performing this exercise, because it's easy to do it using your ego and risk shoulder injuries, which is what we don't want to happen. In order to perform the exercise right and focus on the triceps, you have to stay perpendicular to the floor. You should not lean forward. Otherwise, you're activating more the chest. We want to focus on the triceps, so stay vertical. Also, you can do this exercise using a dip machine or using an assisted dip machine if you can't do unassisted dips. Also, you can do dips at home. You take a chair, you place your hand on the seat with your legs straight and your heel on the ground. You're butted away from the chair so it can go down. So you start with your arms straight and then you bend them while going down vertically with your body, up to 90 degrees, and then you come up. Don't go over 90 degrees, you don't need to. Dips is the overall great exercise for the triceps, but a lot of people do it wrong. They lean too far forward. They ego lifting trying to throw on too many plates, and they cheat and use poor form with too much shoulder activation, which can eventually lead to injuries to the rotator cuff. So focus on proper form, time under tension, and feeling the burn during the execution. Take your time going down. Pause 1 second at the bottom of the movement, then go up. Always think about keeping your body vertical. Avoid leaning forward. The second exercise is the triceps press down. It doesn't matter which bar you use. You can use the straight bar, the rope, the V-bar. Use the one you enjoy and you feel comfortable with. The triceps press down, it's a great exercise because it's safe and helps you develop a lot of muscle on your triceps. So for the execution, first, lean forward so you can really push down with your triceps. Also, when you push down, make sure to go all the way. You have to straighten your arm at the top of the movement. You should feel your triceps totally contracted. Even push a little bit more over, feeling the squeeze of those triceps. You have to do this in order not to leave gains on the table, so focus on proper form. It's better to lower the weight but try to go all the way down when pressing, rather than load a lot of weight but stop halfway through. Also be careful with your elbows. Keep them close to your body, and don't let them flare out. However, if keeping the elbows so close gives you discomfort, or you feel pain, it's okay to adjust the stance in order to find a position you find comfortable for you. It's important to perform exercise while feeling comfortable. While working out, you should not feel any pain, only fatigue. If you feel pain, stop. Don't force yourself, or you risk to get injured. You have to be careful and find the most comfortable way for you to perform the exercise. Everyone is different, so it's okay to adjust the form to match your anatomy, especially if you have past injuries. The best exercise you can do for your triceps is the Skullcrusher superset with close grip bench press. Technically, it's not one exercise, but it's a great superset to really push your triceps and get some gains. Be careful with Skullcrusher, because I don't want you to literally crush your skull. So you don't have to take the bar or dumbbells and bend them on your face. No, the weight has to go behind your head. So you lay on the bench with the weight above your head, in line with your eyes, and you slowly bend your arms, making sure the weight goes behind your head, so you also get a greater range of motion. Once you get to the bottom of the movement, with your arm bent, you start to go up until the bar comes back at the height of your eyes. Also, I suggest you to use the S-bar instead of the straight one, because the S-bar put less strain on your wrists. So, when you can't do no more reps, you don't put the weight down, but instead you move it at your chest and you start doing a close grip bench press, really pushing yourself to get a lot of reps. And immediately you go do some close grip bench press. For those who trains at home, you can do this exercise laying on the floor using a plate. The movement remains the same. You won't get the best range of motion, especially if you use bigger plates, but it's always better than do nothing. Now the 3 worst tricep exercises to do. So the first one is the dumbbell tricep extension. So, you basically grab the dumbbell and you go behind your head and you press the weight up. The exercise is a good one, but it can hurt your elbows, so if you suffer from previous injuries, it can be hard to perform. Also, it can put pressure on your shoulder, and if you use a lot of weight, there is risk of injuries, especially if you go to failure while performing the exercise. Instead, there is a better way to do it. Take an incline bench, so you can lean on it, and you do your overhead triceps extension. So this is a safer version of it, and it's very nice, because it's going to work the long head even more, and the entire triceps is gonna get more development. So, rather than doing it standing or upright, lean back and do it like that behind your head. The second worst exercise you can do is the Triceps Kickbacks, and a lot of people do this exercise. But unfortunately, it's not very good at doing anything. It's not gonna put a bunch of muscle mass on your triceps, and also it's putting your shoulder in a vulnerable position. Also, the real engagement of the triceps, it's only at the top of the movement, when your arm is straight. But you're fighting against gravity, so you can't use a really heavy weight because you won't be able to straighten your arm entirely. So you use a lot of cheating by swinging your arms, trying to use momentum to get some reps, and so you're not exercising your triceps properly. Instead of triceps kickbacks, use other exercises which are far more effective and far more safer. And the worst triceps exercise is the united biceps. You see this exercise promoted by some fitness influencer, where they close their hands together and bend and straighten their arms, using no weight. Those kind of exercises are pointless. You need some resistance in order to work your muscle. Otherwise, if you want to do exercise like this, you can also try to lift up and down your fork. Those are stupid exercises. Hope you like the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, like and share it with your friends. See you on the next video.